People who are in highly dysfunctional relationships often exhibit these 7 behaviors without realizing it. Navigating love can be a tricky business, especially when you're stuck in a dysfunctional relationship. The signs aren't always clear. It's a lot like being stuck in a maze. You don't always see the full picture. Often, people in unhealthy relationships tend to display certain behaviors without even realizing it. These habits, like breadcrumbs in the forest, can guide us to understand what's really going on. As the founder of the Love Connection blog, I've seen and heard it all, and I'm here to tell you that there are common patterns which can serve as red flags. So buckle up as we dive into these behaviors that might be playing out in your relationship without you even noticing. 1. Constant criticism. When love is in the air, everything about your partner seems wonderful. However, in dysfunctional relationships, it's quite a different story. Often, one partner may find themselves being overly critical of the other. You can't seem to do anything right, and every action, every word is met with disapproval or a harsh comment. This is not a sign of a healthy relationship. Constructive criticism is one thing, but constant nitpicking and belittlement is quite another. Even though it may not seem like it, this is a common behavior in highly dysfunctional relationships. It's like a fog that clouds over the joy and respect that should be present in a relationship. 2. Excessive communication. Yes, you read that right. Communication is often hailed as the cornerstone of a healthy relationship, but in a dysfunctional setting, the lines can get blurred. Excessive communication isn't about being open and honest. It's more about bombarding your partner with messages, calls, and demands for attention all day, every day. The need to be constantly connected might seem like a sign of love and affection. However, it can actually stem from insecurity, distrust, or a need for control, none of which are conducive to a healthy relationship. It's like being stuck in a never-ending loop of chatter where silence is seen as a threat. This behavior can be suffocating and can create an uncomfortable dependency. 3. Overdependence. One behavior that's often overlooked in dysfunctional relationships is overdependence. It's easy to mistake dependence for love, especially when you're deeply invested in the relationship. Overdependence isn't about leaning on your partner during challenging times. It's about losing your individuality and relying on your partner for your happiness, self-worth, and identity. The danger of overdependence is that it can lead to codependency, a pattern of behavior where you become excessively reliant on your partner to the point where it affects your mental and emotional health. In my work, I've seen how codependency can be a silent relationship killer. That's why I've dedicated a whole section to it in my book, Breaking the Attachment: How to Overcome Codependency in Your Relationship. So if you're feeling lost without your partner, or if their mood dictates yours, it's time to take a closer look at your relationship dynamics. 4. Escalating arguments. Differences of opinion are a part of every relationship, but in a dysfunctional relationship, disagreements often escalate into major arguments. Rather than resolving conflicts or working through disagreements, the focus shifts to winning the argument. There's a constant need to prove that one is right and the other wrong. This behavior can create a negative cycle where each argument becomes more intense than the last. Instead of understanding each other, you're stuck in a loop of blame and resentment. The legendary Albert Einstein once said, "In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity." I've always held on to this nugget of wisdom in my own life. Remember, an argument can be an opportunity to understand your partner better, not a battlefield to prove your point. 5. Neglecting personal growth. In a healthy relationship, personal growth is just as important as the growth of the relationship. But in a dysfunctional one, personal development often takes a back seat. You may find yourself giving up your hobbies, interests, or even your career aspirations to focus solely on the relationship. Your world starts revolving around your partner, and your own needs and dreams start fading into the background. As someone who is passionate about personal development, I've seen how neglecting it can lead to resentment, frustration, and dissatisfaction in a relationship. A relationship should be a partnership that encourages both individuals to grow and flourish. If you're sacrificing personal growth for your relationship, it might be time to reevaluate your priorities. 6. Lack of trust. Trust is the foundation of any successful relationship, but in a dysfunctional one, trust is often a scarce commodity. You may find yourself doubting your partner's words or actions or feeling like you need to constantly check up on them. This lack of trust can lead to a vicious cycle of suspicion and resentment. As someone who has seen the effects of a lack of trust in relationships, I can't stress enough the importance of building and maintaining trust. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "The most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people." And trust, my friends, is key to getting along with your partner. I share more insights and advice on relationships on my Facebook page. If you want to stay updated with my latest articles, feel free to follow me there. 7. Emotional abuse. This point is a tough one, but it's crucial to address. Dysfunctional relationships often house emotional abuse, a silent yet deadly component that can leave deep scars. Emotional abuse can take many forms, from constant belittlement and gaslighting to threats and manipulation. It's a systematic pattern of behavior designed to control and dominate the other person. It's important to understand that love is not about power or control. It's about respect, understanding, and genuine care for each other's well-being. If you find yourself walking on eggshells around your partner, constantly feeling anxious or scared, it's time to take a hard look at your relationship. Everyone deserves love and respect. Don't settle for anything less. Final thoughts. As we navigate the labyrinth of love and relationships, it's vital to monitor our behaviors and emotional responses. In my years of experience as a relationship expert, I've observed that many of us ensnared in dysfunctional relationships often exhibit behaviors that we aren't even aware of. These behaviors can be damaging not only to our relationships, but also to our emotional well-being. It's important to remember that it's never too late to seek help or make changes. Whether it's constant criticism, overdependence, escalating arguments, or any other behavior we've discussed in this article, recognizing it is the first step towards healing. One video that I think will help explore this further is by Justin Brown. He discusses the complexities of finding a life partner, reflecting on his personal experience after a failed date and the lessons he learned. From understanding the importance of shared values to the significance of growth and mutual support in a relationship, he shares his top insights to help you navigate the journey of finding a compatible partner. The road to a healthy relationship may be rough and rocky, but with self-awareness and effort, we can make it. Remember, no one deserves to be in a dysfunctional relationship. You deserve love, respect, and happiness. In the words of Dr. Seuss, "To the world you may be one person, but to one person you may be the world." Let's strive to be that world for someone without losing ourselves in the process.